The National Cohesion and Integration Commission has revamped its efforts to ensure that the forthcoming poll will be void of violence. The Commission has been holding separate workshops to sensitize Kenyans on the need for peace, and today the Commission engaged academicians at a conference attended by the Vice President, who asked all those looking to vie for elective posts to engage in trans-ethnic campaigns.
The presidential election campaign must be run on national trans-ethnic platforms, and further, that candidates must completely refrain from defining opponents by their ethnic belonging, as though the contest were between one ethnic community and another, or between several ethnic communities together running against one community.
The Vice President asked Kenyans to ensure that they are not drawn towards propaganda as politicians look for backing.
Voters, rather than candidates, pay the dearest price of conflict and violence. We can further extrapolate that voters and society in general pay the highest price in the event of electing undeserving leaders and representatives. Therefore, the onus is upon voters to be cautious and aware of election propagandists and manipulators of public psyche, and remember always that in their own interest and that of the society, the choice must ultimately be based on the singular criterion of honesty and in integrity.
He also urged politicians to accept the outcome of the elections, calling on those who will feel aggrieved to seek legal redress.
All candidates in an election ought to commit themselves to accept the results of the election. We all must realize that the purpose of an election is to identify one candidate out of many to lead or to represent our citizens. Therefore, as we enter an election round again, we must prepare ourselves and our supporters for either of two results, my victory or indeed that of my opponent, and either way, it is all fine for our democracy and our country. It must never be a matter of life and death for any candidate. But if a candidate is dissatisfied with the results of the election, he or she must take the honorable decision to seek arbitration and redress from our courts of law.
Speaking during the opening of the conference on community tension, dialogue and peace building, he said that the strength of the nation solely lay in the diversity of its nationals. He challenged scholars to explore ways in which Kenyan communities can get encouraged and to coexist and stay peacefully before, during and after the polls. Nancy Njoki, GBS News.